Yeah, I thought we got better, Doug, as we went. Didn't start out very good with flow, like rhythm and stuff. I thought we were just a little stand aroundish and a little trying to play mismatches, a little more than just continuing to just play and let things come to us a little bit. But we picked it up. I think shot a really low percentage. Thought we had a lot of really good looks as well on top of that. So it's again, I got to look at the tape a little bit, but that's what it kind of felt like in the game.
Oh, hi, at the back, Lewis.
Louis Zatzman, Raptors Republic. Nick, looked like coming out of half that you went to Gasol in the post a couple times. Was that more to establish him as a scorer or as a passer there?
Well, they put a smaller guy on him, so we wanted to get it in deep. We just needed some more paint touches. We would have taken the post up layups if we could have got him, but usually when he caught it, they were still doubling as well. So he just again had to make the reads to get it out. And it was okay. At least it got it in the paint for us. I didn't think we were touching the paint enough in the first half.
Michael Grange.
Hey, Nick, Michael Grange from Sportsnet. How much challenge, difficulty did them moving Embiid onto Siakam cost you guys or cause you guys in terms of what you would have done otherwise or have done?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was difficult for us to handle by just looking at the numbers, right? I think Pascal had a low shooting percentage tonight, and a lot of those were trying to take on Embiid at the rim and take advantage of the threes that were open. And Mark didn't get much either with a different matchup on him. So yeah, obviously it was difficult for us.
Blake.
Blake Murphy, The Athletic. You mentioned before the series you were happy with your rotations in round one and you wanted to see them play out here. 2 games in, is it something with the bench pieces that you take another look at now with how those minutes have played out?
Yeah, I mean, I think we always take a look at it, right? I think we are always thinking about, any possible adjustments to it or changes or whatever. And this will certainly, give us cause to reflect and review that for sure. What we come up with by game 3, I don't know yet. I can't think of, there's always like little things you wish you would have changed or left this guy in longer or put this guy in sooner or whatever. There's always little things here and there. But again, I think we played, pretty well with this rotation. We wanted to try and stay with it as much as we can. I actually flip-flopped it a little bit tonight by letting Kawhi run the quarter one time instead of Pascal, et cetera, and, a couple quick subs there with them. Just that was just based on, the flow of the game and the flow of the players.
Mike Gander.
Nick, Mike Gander, Toronto Sun. Going back to Philadelphia, what do you need more from your bench? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, but what do you need to get?
Well, I mean, we certainly need, first and foremost, those guys are, we need them to be solid defensively and execute the game plan, right? We don't want any breakdown in coverages or poor transition defense, et cetera. I mean, that's where it starts really. But again, then they're all opportunity scorers, Mike, right? If driving lanes are there for Norman, he's got to take them. If shots are there for Norman, he's got to take them. If shots are there for Freddie and Serge, they got to take them, right? And I think they, for the most part, those guys made pretty good choices. There wasn't a lot of opportunity for them tonight. It didn't seem like. But it'd be nice to get a little punch from them. But again, I didn't think it was overly like, I don't know, what are the numbers? Serge is 1 for 5. I mean, there's just not a whole lot of shots there. There's 10, 11 shots there out of the bench.
I'm going to Ian next.
Coach Ian Harrison, Associated Press. Coach Brown was just in here talking about the maturity of the performance he got from Jimmy Butler tonight. What jumps out for you in the challenges Butler presented tonight?
Well, I mean, I think first and foremost, listen, Jimmy Butler's a gamer, right? And a late gamer and a big time. He's gonna. He wasn't gonna be quiet this whole series, right? This guy can play. We know that. He's done it, and he's been in the playoffs, et cetera. We're gonna have to look at some matchups, see how the matchups worked. You know, that's where we always start. Did we like who we had on him? Did we like the coverages we had on him? Which ones can we change and which ones can we improve on? And go from there.
Ryan?
Hey, Coach Ryan McNeil, Atherton Filtered. When you guys had that 17-4 run early in the third quarter there, you guys were 4-7 from beyond the arc. How important are three-point shots and making them for getting Pascal and Kawhi, shutting those double teams on those two guys? So how big are three-point shots moving forward?
I mean, they're obviously big, and again, I thought we did create a lot of good ones. You know, I mean, I think there's always a couple there. You probably, after every game, you probably say maybe that one could have been a little higher quality, or maybe it was one more pass to the corner man, or maybe it was another paint touch or whatever. But again, you know, we got to, you know, make sure we're trying to attack them, right? I think we're doing a pretty good job of attacking them and getting downhill and getting it inside, and you know, they're again now they're sending a lot of bodies, but that's not, you know, we saw that in the first series, and then we just got to make the right reads out, and when you do, you know, you got to knock them down. That's can take them all day, but you got to make some.
Marcus down front on my right, Coach.
Nick, did you anticipate their centers guarding Pascal and Ben Simmons sort of playing essentially Kawhi man up with a little help every once in a while? Did you anticipate those adjustments from Brett?
Well, I thought they did that a little bit to us in the regular season, so we had talked about that, right? I think Simmons worked hard on Kawhi, but they were giving him lots of help, right? They were really closing down on him in lanes and things, and they did a good job, I thought, of sending double teams to the other areas as well. Anytime we tried to post, there was double teams coming. But the biggest thing they did was they just got out. I think they got out with urgency. You know, first half especially, we didn't get it out of the doubles that cleanly, right? And with enough zip on them and to the next action. Some of that was us. I thought we had chances to possibly get some back cuts out of double teams and things like that, and we didn't quite get there on those, and it made our spacing a little less spacey. You know what I mean? They could cover us a little easier.